Good evening from Six Flags Qiddiya City, the brand new theme park here in Saudi Arabia. It is time for my second day here enjoying this park, and in this video I'm going to be sharing in-depth reviews to lots of the attractions here. If you haven't already, make sure you check out the travel vlog, how I made my way from the UK here to Saudi Arabia. Along with that, my first ever ride on the new king of coasters, Falcon's Flight, the tallest, fastest and longest roller coaster anywhere in the world. There's a separate video where I talk about it, my experiences on there from quite a few different rides. And along with that, I also did a vlog just going around all the different areas, checking out the theming and just looking at this incredible park. I've just fallen in love with it, and yesterday is one of the most incredible days I've ever had at a theme park. So I can't wait for tonight, just going around, soaking up more of the atmosphere, but most importantly, sharing some detailed reviews here from the park. There's so many other brilliant rides here. We're going to talk about Iron Rattler, of course you've got Spitfire as well, Colossus, and so many more brilliant rides that I can't wait to talk about and just share my in-depth reviews from. We've got the dark rides, the water rides, and so much more as well. So come and join me. Now, I've actually been at the park for a couple of hours already today, working with the park, filming lots of different 4K on-ride POVs, so stay tuned for more of those coming up. You've already seen a couple here on the channel, there's more coming up, pretty much filmed on all the major rides here. So yeah, there's full separate POVs coming up from all of the major attractions here. I just want to say thank you to the park for working with me to record all of those, really do appreciate it. So yeah, I've been going around the past couple of hours and yeah, capturing all that awesome content. We're going to start off then in Steamtown. Now, of course, I filmed the video last night, walking around, looking at everything in detail. I really want to go into my detailed reviews for some of these attractions in this video. But if you do want to see, you know, a bit more kind of capturing the atmosphere from these areas, then yeah, you can check out my previous vlog to this one. Here, I'm going to be really going in detail about the different rides, starting off with Iron Rattler just over there. What I love about this park is they've built multiple different record-breaking rides, and this is one of them. Iron Rattler is the tallest tilt coaster anywhere in the world, standing at a whopping 208 feet, and it feels so high up there, especially when you're down the front row. I've had a few rides now on Iron Rattler, and I've got to say, it is one of the best coasters I've ever been on from Vekoma. That company have come a long, long way over the years. Here it is, just coming onto the tilt section. Let's have a look. Oh, look at it go. And that's the thing, it's the location again that really makes this. In terms of this themed area, it is my favourite, and I just love the fact that you walk down into here and you've got all the cliffs there behind it, the mountains. But look at this, the ride experience is brilliant. So you're held there for quite a number of seconds before dropping down and into 5 inversions on this ride. It is so smooth, it is so comfortable, and the tilt section at the top is brilliant, but it's not actually my favourite part of the ride. I think the rest of the layout is my highlight on this. It just blew me away. We know that new style Vekoma coasters are really, really good. We've seen that the past kind of 5-6 years. Vekoma have really come a long way, but what they've done with this is just brilliant, it really is. And yeah, the positioning of it is great as well. So heading up the lift hill over there, and you get that slow section round onto the tilt track. And yeah, what I love about this is my first tilt coaster, so it's really special. I'm gonna get a couple more shots from around here when the next train dispatches there. But yeah, my first tilt coaster, great to get on it, really enjoyed it a lot. You can really feel the speed on this coaster as well. It's got a top speed of 73 miles per hour, and oh boy do you feel it when you're going around the layout on this. Couple of 0G rolls on here, barrel roll, and then a barrel roll down drop. That was probably my favourite element on here. I thought that was excellent. Here it comes. There's just nothing like that feeling of being up there, especially on the front row. What I love about the front, obviously, is the view. Looking straight down here, but actually on the back, going through the rest of the elements, is just incredible. Look at the lights on the train as well. This could be my favourite coaster from Vekoma now. I really think it could be, and look at it, half the train's empty. It's much quieter today. Much quieter than it was. With the positioning of quite a lot of the rides, it is hard to get off-ride footage, so I'm going to try and get as much as I can do in this video as I'm walking around. But no, Iron Rattler really is my second favourite ride here at the park. Of course, Falcon's up there at the top, and yeah, this comes right in at second place here. It is a brilliant ride. If that was in the UK, that would be the best coaster in the country. Like, that's how good that ride is. I think it's a brilliant attraction. I really enjoyed it a lot. Hey, there it goes. So long as well, really long. The lighting is excellent, isn't it? Just look at it up there. All on top of the mountain. Hey, I'm not going to get wet standing here, am I? I tell you what though, did get wet on here earlier on. This is Sawmill Falls Mac Ride's water coaster. Now before coming out here, I hadn't really seen much of this at all. Didn't realise until getting on it, it's actually a clone of Poseidon at Europa Park in Germany. So yeah, it's good to have that here because yeah, Poseidon is an excellent ride. You know what, it doesn't look anywhere near as tall as Poseidon, but it is. It's just because of everything around it. I mean, you've got this huge turnaround section for Falcon's Flight right behind it, just over there. So you know, that's why it doesn't probably look that tall. But yeah, brilliant ride. I really enjoyed it. It was very smooth, very comfortable. All the queue lines are very well themed as well. It's one of them, it's a lot more difficult to get photos and videos in the queues because you can't take like loose items in on most of the rides. There's a few where you can have your phone and stuff still in your pocket, but most rides you need to put everything in a locker before. Free lockers, you don't need to pay for them, but yeah, you need to put everything in a locker, including all bags as well. So yeah, it's one of them, isn't it, that it makes it hard to like get shots in the queue lines and things. But it's a good fun ride. Here it comes, Sawmill Falls. And yeah, the steampunk vibes on here are great. So I am putting in a few clips from each of the rides as I'm talking about them, but there is the full separate videos filmed in 4K that will be coming up as well, so stay tuned for those. I tell you what, I don't think I've ever vlogged in a theme park with a backdrop like that before. Just look at it, it doesn't look real. The first ever Zamperla Big Waves has been built at this park as well, and I did ride it earlier on today. It's called Big Splash, and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna have to go for it. Normally I'd like to do water rides in the daytime, because it's not really that warm tonight. It's about kind of 14 degrees Celsius. It's all right, but you don't want to be getting like mega soaked. But I did go on it earlier on, and you know what, it was very good fun. I think it's very much one of them where it's a bit like the Zamperla Nebula. It looks the better off ride than it kind of rides. It has got like the big bulky restraints on there, but you get some good views on the top, about 15 meters up there, 50 feet, good views of Iron Rattler, and then of course you drop down just the once, and then you've got the big splash at the bottom. But yeah, I did get pretty wet on there. It was definitely worth going on because, you know, it is the only one in the world. I'm sure we're going to see more of them opening up in the future. Now, something else that you've got over here is the dart ride just over here, and I did experience this today. So what I'm going to do is put in a little bit of footage for you now of the dart ride so you can see this, and then I'll share the full POV in a separate video that'll be coming up. But yeah, this is Into the Deep. So yeah, let's go and have a look on here. So this is an interactive dart ride. Both of the dart rides here are interactive that they've got at this park.
The giant is near. That was too close. At last, we have found the source of the dark energy.
حجر الأعماق الملون صار مظلم.
Release it before it is too late.
انشروا النور قبل ما يأتي العملاق.
Excellent work, explorers.
نجاحكم كان مبهر. ضمن الحجر الملون من الظلام.
What I really liked with that dart ride was at the beginning how the ride vehicles coming on a side, a little bit different to like your traditional dart ride of that type. It is a tracked dart ride built by Triatech, and it was quite long as well, lots to see as you were going around on there. Like I say, I will share the full POV in a separate video, but yeah, what they've done on there is really nice. There's some good theming around. It is very screen based, like a lot of dark rides are these days, or newer dark rides, but you know what, there's some good theming around the screens, some big props and large scale set pieces as well. Some of the scenes were a little bit big in there, you know, but I think that was partially due to the ride vehicles that were also huge. I mean, they only seated 4 riders, they were very big. It was a good ride, I enjoyed it, a nice family dark ride. Not like my favourite, you know, dark ride out there, but it was good fun. I did enjoy the fact that, you know, they've put in a couple of dark rides here and not just had the focus on the big coasters. Right then, there's 2 rides that I want to talk about here in Discovery Springs, right next to each other, and this is also next to the dark ride that I've just done there as well. So firstly, you've got Zuma Fluma. You look at this and think, oh, you know, it's just going to be a standard flume ride. 2 drops on here, nicely themed. It was really long, there was a lot going on, and what really made this for me was the fact that I rode it with some friends from Germany, big theme park enthusiasts as well, and honestly, we had such a laugh in the boat on here. The 2 drops were good fun, especially the big finale drop that you can see here at the end. But what made it was like a rapid section that they've got, and honestly, the boat was rocking side to side, and it was just hilarious. Like, because of the pressure of the water, the boat was just going mad, and then all the water blasted in the air. It was so funny. But yeah, I did enjoy that. I thought it was a really good flume, probably one of the craziest flumes I've done. The other drop has actually got a little airtime hill at the bottom as well. And then right above it, you've got the Mara spike coaster here called Sea Stallion. Now, I've done one of these on a cruise ship before. There's not really loads out there. I've done one at Skyline Park, Mirabilandia in Italy. I've got one of these. They're not like very common. And to be honest, they're not that fun really. These are a little bit, you know, you have to control it yourself, don't you? Like, you have to be going around there, you've got like a little handle at the side, you have to turn it, which increases your speed. So I guess it's kind of interactive in a way. But what I thought made this was the fact it's nicely themed, and the fact it's all around the log flume here, Zuma Fluma.
Keep your arms and legs.
According to Roller Coaster Database, they say it's got a top speed of 43 miles per hour, but it doesn't feel like that on ride. Obviously, me being a big coaster enthusiast, I made sure we had it on full throttle whilst we were going round, and yeah, it didn't really feel that exhilarated, like we were going that fast. But then it is a family ride, you don't want it to be too intense. The thing is with this park, they really have thought about the family. It's designed for everyone here. It's going to be perfect for George in a few years, and I can see us coming back quite a bit to this park because of where it is and getting to other places. Like if you're going to the UAE, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, if we were connecting to go maybe Australia or Malaysia or something again, you can definitely come and do a layover here and get it all in, which is great. But no, Sea Stallion, good to get on. But yeah, in terms of throughputs as well, because it's only 2 riders max per vehicle, yeah, it does take a while. And there's so many little flat rides and things around as well. I've not done all 28 rides whilst I've been here because, you know, you've got little flat rides that you can find in other places as well. I just wanted to prioritise the unique attractions, water rides, dark rides, and of course the coasters. But things like a Zamperla Nebula, when I can ride one at Drayton Manor 40 minutes from home, you know, I'm not going to spend time doing that. I want to prioritise other things. I'd only do a flat ride if it was like really unique, like the Zamperla Big Waves earlier on. And obviously the drop tower is still testing. I think that's going to be open soon, so if you are coming in the next couple of weeks, I reckon you'll probably get that. It looks like it's almost ready to go. But yeah, I don't think I'll be riding that today, unfortunately. You never know. There's about 4 hours till the park shuts. It might open, but yeah, I doubt it. I tell you what though, they do look the part, don't they? The Zamperla Nebula. I'll always remember riding the prototype one at IAPA, a big trade show in Orlando, and thinking these are going to take off because they just look so good off ride. They're fun to ride, and this one's probably really nice because you've got views looking all around in here. Right here in the Citadel, the centre of the park. But yeah, I do love the fact that, you know, they've got lots of filler flat rides as well. Heading to Twilight Gardens, this is my least favourite of the 6 themed areas. It just doesn't feel like it's got as much detail, but you do get some of the best views of the Intamin Beauties over there. Spitfire, I'm going to talk more about that soon because I've not really mentioned that at all. And I've got a lot to say because that is another excellent ride. And obviously Falcons just there behind it. I just wanted to make sure I get the best content as possible for you guys, but also make sure I'm getting all the rides in that I want and seeing everything, been catching up with a lot of people, and yeah, it's just been amazing. Like, it's been a really, really incredible 2 days. Right, going to talk about the other dark ride. They've got two here. This is also an interactive ride as well, with a difference, a little bit different this one, how it works. But I tell you what, the theming on this is excellent. This for me is definitely my favourite out of the two. There's no comparison in my opinion. There's lots to see. There's animatronics. There's a brilliant pre-show on here as well. And yeah, it's located here on the left-hand side. What they've done with this is absolutely brilliant. This is the Enchanted Greenhouse, and as you're going round, you get like these little spray bottles, and that's what you're doing. That's like your gun effectively on the ride. Instead of like just having a standard shooter, you've got these little watering can spray bottle things, which are really cool. And the queue line here is really nice as well. So let's go and yeah, have a look at the Enchanted Greenhouse. I'll take you on and put in a few highlights in this video.
I'm very excited to guide you through our journey today. تدرون? The Enchanted Garden has been closed for so long. This may seem strange to you. The garden has grown dark over time, but you have the power to bring it back to light. Don't forget, you'll have to look closely to find them all. My helper will show you how to spray the magic dew. شوفوا شلون. تفضلوا ادخلوا من هالابواب. Walk through those doors and discover the wondrous land that awaits you. وبتشوفون العجائب. And follow my lead. الحقوني. هديك بتسهر وبتنور بوجودكم. All around you, the creatures of the Enchanted Garden are watching. You must look carefully, for they are quite shy. لازم تدورون عليهم زين عشانهم بينحرجون مرة. بس إذا رشيتوهم بالماء العجيب بيطلعون لكم وبيحيونكم. So if you spray them with dew, they will come out and greet you. We've all become tiny creatures. Oh dear, the bee is here, and he's gone crazy. النحلة تدور حولنا. Quick, بسرعة, رشوها بالماء العجيب. Spray him with dew to calm him down. I will take you to the Garden of the Night. يلا, تعالوا معي. We can rest there and catch our breath. خلونا نرتاح شوي. ما عليكم. There's no need to be afraid. لا تخافون. في عجائب رائعة مرة بانتظاركم. You've had a lovely visit down below. كانت هذه زيارة ما تنسي أبد. لكن الحين جاء وقت ترجعون لعالمكم. Okay, it's time to return to your own world. Secret places in the garden. تسمع عشان ناخذ صورة مع بعض ونخليها ذكرى جميلة مرة.
Now that is what I call a beautiful dark ride. It's one of my favourite rides here at the park, and they have done a really good job with that. The ride system's been built by ETF, a company that you've probably heard me talk about quite a few times here on the channel. They've built some excellent dark rides around the world. Symbolica at Efteling, one of my favourites. Actually a very similar vibe to Symbolica on this, in terms of like going around on that trackless ride system, having things moving around and seeing things. There was a bee that was on its own kind of ride system, spinning around near us. Like, that was brilliant. And what I love with that It was very consistent all the way through. The planting, well, the fake planting looked really good all the way around, and the interactive element was great, but you didn't need to even use that if you didn't want to. You could just take it in and see all the scenery, and that's what I'll probably do next time I go on. Just take it all in. You don't need to be using the interactive element to enjoy that ride fully. But yeah, there's animatronics. Of course, the pre-show gets you in the mood for the attraction as well. And then yeah, just going around and seeing everything. Beautiful. It was really long, by far the best of the 2 dark rides. I enjoyed that a lot. Oh, the flying island coming down there just behind it. Another Intamin creation. Good fun ride, obviously very similar to Pagode at Efteling. This one's not quite as detailed with theming on, but you get some really good rides views up there. If you come in, make sure you get on it, especially with them views of Falcon, Spitfire. And here's another little coaster that we've got here in this area. Like I said, there's 8 coasters in total. This is a Vekoma creation, one of their family coasters. It's the Twilight Express. Good fun ride. You do only go around once, you know, so it's not the longest layout, but it still runs 2 trains, which is nice. Sometimes with these parks, only buy 1 train, and it can get really busy. With this, it has got the 2 trains, and yeah, nicely landscaped in the ride area, all down here as well, which I think is excellent. If you're thinking, Sean, your voice sounds a bit off, it's because it is. I've done that much talking the past couple of days, meeting so many people, fans of the channel, staff out here have been chatting to, locals. It's been an amazing social event. You know, I travelled out here on my own, but literally I've spent so much time with other people and chatting with people and seeing friends that, you know, don't really get to see that often. And yeah, it's just been really good. Really enjoyed it. Then you got the splash battle down here. I haven't been on the splash battle. It doesn't look like it's got any dark ride sections or anything else. I would probably have done it. But you have got the splash battle down here at the back of the park. So I've not been on that, so I can't really review it. But it looks like a pretty much standard splash battle. If the park was open for longer in the daytime, I would definitely have done it, but I don't fancy getting soaked on there tonight. Right, let's go and talk about another incredible ride at this park. It's Spitfire. They really did build this park just to blow people away. It is a spectacular park to walk around and just be immersed in. There's so many restaurants here as well. As you know, if you've watched the channel for a while, I'm not really a big foodie. I'd rather just grab something quick and keep on riding. But they have got a lot of restaurants here, sit down, table service, and you've got quick service. There's a lot of options in all of the different themed areas as well. Now with this park, they've built some spectacular rides. There's just Falcon's Flight there. But not only have they got that as a record holder, you got Spitfire that has got the tallest inversion in the world, and that is it right there. It might not look it because it's right next door to that, but no, it is. That's the tallest inversion in the world, 239.5 feet. It's mad, isn't it, that that's like taller than Stealth at Thorpe Park back home, because it doesn't look it, but that just shows just how big Falcons is there, doesn't it? Like the fact that, you know, they're right next to each other. Really, Spitfire should have gone somewhere else in the park to be appreciated more for its scale. That's the thing, like with Iron Rattler, it's nice how it's over at the side there, isn't it? Yeah, you haven't really got Falcons really behind it, whereas with this, you've got it right next door, so it doesn't really have its like moment, if that makes sense, but it should do, because it's a brilliant ride. Doesn't that spike look pretty epic with the moon there above it as well? Beautiful. I love the lighting in this park. It is great and really makes it. This ride, I thought it was going to be good. It's Intamin, my favourite manufacturer, but it's way, way better than I was expected. Like, this is another stellar ride. You're going to see the train come shortly now. Backwards launch and into this spike just to... There we go. So before this, you do like an initial launch over the airtime hill, then it's a backwards launch up into the spike, which is great, and then it's forwards into the world's tallest inversion. There we go, look at that. Oh, it is stunning. And again, you really feel the speed on this ride, like 78.9 miles per hour on here. And yeah, I love the inside top hat as an inversion. Look at Falcons go. Trains are also gorgeous on this as well. Yeah, look at the entrance to it for Spitfire. So good. And yeah, you've got like the propeller there on the front. That's one of my favourite views of Falcons there as well. Yeah, 2 Intamin beauties right next to each other. The launch was just so powerful on there as well. You really felt the speed, and having the little airtime hill on there really did make it as well. And yeah, that spike, fantastic. It's great, and yeah, I loved it on the front row, especially for the views. I felt like going into the inversion was better down there on the front, but then the back, you got some real whip, and yeah, the spike was better at the back there as well. That's the thing, I always struggle when it comes to like, oh, you know, what's better, front or back row? You just got to try everything if you can do, like, you've really got to. I mean, I love just trying like the different seats on as many rides as I can do, including this absolute beauty over here. Now, I'm not going to talk loads about Falcon's Flight in this video, even though it's hard for me not to with how amazing it is. But yeah, I've now had 7 rides on this world-class coaster, and it is my number one. This is it. This is my number one coaster. It took me a few rides to really think about it, because, you know, Steel Vengeance is a phenomenal ride, and that's been right up there since 2018. But you know why this is my number one? What's happening right now? That train has just dropped off the cliff. It is being launched downwards and then up now into that humongous camelback. It is ridiculous. Like the force that you get on there, the sheer speed of it. And just look at it when the train comes over. It looks tiny, doesn't it, the train, compared to the actual camelback. The speed of that thing. I just didn't know if I was going to be getting a number one coaster or not this trip. It was a mystery, and you just don't know until you experience it. I thought, you know, it's got the stats, it looks incredible, but how is it going to ride? And also, is it just going to feel like, you know, they built it to get them records? Of course, they wanted them. That's why they built it the tallest, fastest, and longest. But actually, the ride itself, it's just brilliant. Like everything else, even the start of the ride, like it twists and turns that wave turn. I love it. The end of the ride, like it doesn't just like peter out, you know, and trim. Like it's ridiculously fast down there. You're going through the tunnels and underneath the entrance area, then back over the entrance. This ride is something quite special, and I am lucky, so lucky that I'm able to come and ride this. I really am, and I'm so glad that it's open. It's had a little bit of downtime again today, but it's a brand new ride. It's had a couple of hours today and had a few hours yesterday. So during my time here, obviously still got a few hours left, but it's had, you know, maybe 4 or 5 hours downtime across 2 days. But it's one of them things, it's open, it's a brand new ride, and as I mentioned before, it's always a risk when you're coming out to ride something brand new. I just can't believe I'm standing here in the middle of the desert looking at this ride. Just thought I'd come for another ride now on Skywatch here. Look at the views. This is just beautiful, isn't it? Look at the view. Yeah, that's the splash battle just down there. And then yeah, as we turn around here, Spitfire and Falcon's Flight just down here. Look at this. So yeah, there's a look at Spitfire's launch section there. So you can see, oh, there we go, the train's just coming out of the station, perfect timing. Just coming out onto the launch track now, and then yeah, you'll have that initial acceleration forwards. And then the backwards launch. So there's a lot of construction happening all around. That up there is going to be a huge stadium. And we were chatting with one of the managers here earlier, and I was saying, oh, how are you going to get up there to the stadium? They're going to build like a gondola system, a chairlift, which is going to be really cool. And still got my thoughts to share on Colossus just over there, the GCI wooden coaster. I've got quite a bit that I want to say about Colossus, so stay tuned for that. The Citadel there in the middle. Hotels and the water park under construction down there at the back. Look at Iron Rattler from up here as well. I just love how they've got all the lights on the cliff. It just looks brilliant. Yeah, that's the show building for the Enchanted Greenhouse dark ride. Little junior coaster down there. And yeah, of course we got to see the fireworks last night, which was great to bring in the new year on top of all the cliff. Here comes Falcon's just about to drop off the side of the mountain. Look at that. Just literally hanging down the precipice. We might turn before it gets there, I don't know. Are we all right? We're okay. Through the tunnel. Here she comes. I'd say the fastest moment on any coaster in the world right there. That was like perfect timing. I thought we were going to turn the other way. Look at the speed of that. That drop tower just keeps on cycling. World's biggest gyro swing over there as well. Gonna head down there shortly. Talk about those rides. Skywatch is excellent and a really good way to see views over this incredible park. Looking over at Spitfire because it's so close is great. Falcon's Flight looks amazing from everywhere in the park, but especially from there. And I've just come out onto this little food area here, this balcony. because some of the views from here look fantastic. You've got a tracked car ride here, but also some good views of Colossus, and I've got quite a bit that I want to say about that ride. Looks beautiful this. All the lighting in this park is excellent as well. You're sitting in these big Jeeps, lights all on the front, and you come round all the rock work and trees. Quite a long ride as well. Runs all around this back section down here. Yeah, they've done a really good job with this. Very nice ride. Comes in quite slow down here at the end. Like, they all get quite close to each other at this point. Goes a little bit faster around that side. So you're going round through some of the other scenes. Right then, there's the parks. Great Coast International wooden coaster. Technically it is a hybrid, it's not wooden supports, but it is the wooden track on there. Not like that makes much of a difference to the ride experience. I tell you what does though, unfortunately, the trains that they've opted for on this, I can't believe it. I don't know if it's because of the location, the weather, the heat that this ride's going to be running in, you know, in the summer. But yeah, they have gone for like a newer style train from Great Coasters International. Now, it's the same train that runs on Zambezi Zinger at Worlds of Fun over in the States. Didn't get to try that when we were there. Yeah, it didn't open, unfortunately, but yeah, I had heard that that train wasn't the best, and it does run them on here, which is a real shame because the layout of this ride is fantastic. But the problem is, like, you want a wooden roller coaster to be rough and ready, right? What you don't want to do is be like shook around, really uncomfortable, and be stapled into a restraint. If this had the standard Millennium Flyer trains, like Wickerman at Alton Towers, Troy, Toverland, Woden, Europa Park, just what GCI do best in my opinion, their Millennium Flyer trains, then it would be an excellent ride. For me, it's by far my least favourite of the major rides here, and it's a shame because the layout is really good, the pacing is excellent, it really keeps the speed, and it looks the part at night as well. Like, look at the old school style lighting that they've put on it, but sadly it just doesn't ride that good because of the trains on there. Well, there it is, the world's tallest gyro swing. It's called Gyro Spin, manufactured by Zamperla, and that thing is absolutely huge. Do apologise about my voice. I spent that much time talking and screaming, and it's just been amazing. Like, such a social event. I am pretty tired though tonight. You can probably tell, like, I am very tired. It's been a crazy few days, this has. Crazy few days, not much sleep. Over a couple of days, probably had about like 8 hours sleep max, so it's been an intense trip, but I wouldn't have it any other way. It's been wonderful. But yeah, gyro spin, absolutely massive ride. Like, look at that, and just the swing that you get on it is incredible. I still do prefer the Intamin gyro swings. I know they're actually a little bit smaller. It's like a Victor's coming to Pleasure Beach, you know, a little bit smaller than this here from Zamperla. Obviously this is the biggest in the world. But I do think the Intamin ones are better, also because of the restraints on there as well. These are a lot tighter, kind of over the shoulder restraints, instead of more the lap bar, then with the bar coming around at the side. But what I do really love about gyro spin here is the cycle. They've got it running on a beautiful cycle, and that really makes the ride experience, in my opinion, on this. Just had another excellent ride on gyro spin. I was there, it was on 5 minutes. I thought I might as well. Not gone for fast track here today, and to be honest, I don't think I would have needed it. It feels quite a bit quieter than it was yesterday. Falcon's Flight's still got a bit of a queue today. Obviously, you know, it's a record holder and everybody wants to get on it. But yeah, like the other rides here aren't that busy at all. Everything else is on like 5 minutes or a walk on. As you saw, like with Iron Rattler earlier on, really quiet. So much to see and discover here at Six Flags Qiddiya City, and there's just so much more coming in the future in the area as well. It will be interesting to see if there's any future expansions planned for this park itself, and also if they've actually got room to expand the park more because of all the cliffs and everything around the side. It looks quite interesting how, you know, have they got space between the existing park and the cliffs, the mountains, you know, to build more rides and attractions here. I'm sure they have planned an expansion room, but it's just quite hard to really see where they would do that when you come here and ride the attractions. A lot of parks you can see, oh, this is an expansion plot, this is another area. It's not the case here, you know, it's quite hard to work out where the expansion plots are, and if there is any, you know, for this park. Well, clearly they've got expansions planned for the whole area. In fact, there's going to be more theme parks and attractions all coming to Qiddiya. Right then, we've got the little childless cafe over there at the sides. But I'm going to go into the Emporium, which is the main gift shop here on the right. I've not been in here yet. This is going to have like the full range of park merchandise in here, like a good kind of variety. So we're going to go and have a look inside here now. And this is, yeah, just off the Citadel and here on like the main entrance street into the park. Yeah, I've not been in here, so let's go and have a look. Obviously, you've got amazing merch. Some of the best, if not the best theme park merch I've ever seen here. Wow, look at that. Six Flags logo. They've got everything here. Like, it's so good. Oh, this is the merch for Twilight Gardens and the dark ride that I did down there as well. It was very nice. The dark ride was fantastic. Made me think actually, because like I say, that area is probably my least favourite, but the dark ride was spectacular. So it makes me think obviously that's where a lot of the budget went for that area. Six Flags Riyadh just over there. Gotta say, in terms of food and merchandise prices, they are really reasonable as well. I just bought 2 bottles of water, it was £2.50. I bought a Falcons Flight t-shirt and like that gold plaque that I showed you in that video. And yeah, that was about £50 for both of those. And yeah, just in general, like, I had fish and chips earlier on, and that was about £12.50. So prices are very reasonable if you are coming out here. Hoodie just over there. I don't think I'm going to get any merch with the actual rest of the park on, or maybe I should go for the mug, I don't know. Established 2025 by one day. I love that. Yeah, maybe I should get a mug with the park. I'm quite limited for space. Like I say, we will definitely be back out here at some point in the near future. Look at all this merch for Spitfire. All the major attractions have got their own gift shops here as well. Sea Stallion. But yeah, this is like the range of everything. Like, you've got your park merch, like with the generic like park logo on and the name, and then you've got like the separate ride merch. But each shop has got so much. It's like, for example, you know, you go down to Colossus, you know, and they've got all sorts of different ranges. So what I'd recommend if you come in here, and if you're only coming for the day or a bit limited on time, if you see something you like, make sure you pick it up in that shop, because it might not be down here in this shop. Oh, them. Wow. Look at all this that you can get. Like a big blanket. All sorts of different cups over here. Mugs. Yeah, like, look at all the different mugs. I'd like all of these. Falcons Flight. I am going to get that, but I'm going to have another look in the Falcons shop. Yeah, this is the small little Falcon selection that they've got in here. It's a good gift shop, good range of everything, but it's mostly, to be honest, like your general park merch in here, with Six Flags on instead of like loads of ride merch. Sirocco Tower. Shame about that not being open, but it is what it is. At least we got the main event. Can you imagine if we'd all got here and it was Falcons Flight that hadn't been fully commissioned yet? That's the thing. There was previews of this park, but there was no way I was coming to a soft opening. I wanted the main event. I wanted to come for Falcons Flight. Yeah, some excellent merch. Really, really nice. Lots of clothing. Lots of t-shirts, hoodies, caps. Yeah, it's a brilliant merch selection. Here at Six Flags Qiddiya City, as we come towards the end of my visit. It's almost 10:30. The park closed at 12 tonight. I thought it was going to be a 1 originally, but no, it is a 12. But to be honest, I'm more than happy with that. I've seen I've done everything that I wanted to. Hope you've enjoyed in this video a bit more of a detail and a summary of some of the major attractions here. I think what I'm going to do now, I'm of course going to be getting one more ride on Falcons Flight. Quite a few of us are meeting up to do that tonight. I'm just going to have a stroll round off camera, and maybe just take a few photos on my phone around. Make sure you give us a follow over on Instagram, of course, as well, and our Facebook page, where we're always updated everything going on. But yeah, I just want to take some more photos, take it all in, and then of course going to experience Falcons Flight for one more final time here at Six Flags Qiddiya City. First ever visit to a brand new park, and this is its second operational day. Well, the time has come for my final ride on Falcons Flight, the world's tallest, fastest and longest coaster. Love the headlights in the front as well. All 14 passengers making their way for an amazing adventure. Look at everybody, it's just incredible, the atmosphere. It has been great. It really has. Yeah, I love how you can see this here. And that's that first launch lift hill. Really reminds me of Maverick at Cedar Point a lot, that does. Another amazing intermin creation. Falcon's Flight, what an experience. And I've actually just picked up something really special. Let me show you actually before I go on again. The merchandise at this park is brilliant, and I just had to get this. It's a collectible coin for Falcon's Flight. Love that, limited edition. And there's a look at the front of the coin itself with the logo on there, Falcon's Flight, Six Flags Riyadh. And go on to the back. This is actually only one of 250, so I had to get this. The guy in the shop was like, there's not many left. Yeah, it was about £19 this was, but just had to go for it. Really nice piece. Hey, another train going out. That's the thing, you know, it's got the dual stations. That one's just come out from the other side. Wow. Well, yeah, I love that collectible coin. Well, the time has come. I'm going to go and experience one final ride on Falcon's Flight. This is going to be great. I'm really sad that it's my last ride, but we'll be back. And next time with Charlotte, which will be really exciting. Coming out to Saudi Arabia to experience the new King of Coasters on its opening day has just been phenomenal. I've spent 2 full days at this park. I've had 8 rides on Falcon's Flight, and I knew that this coaster was going to be pretty special, but I didn't know if I was going to be going back with a new #1 coaster. I am, because this is just so good. It really is. Now, I'm just like, still don't really know what to say. Like, I'm just blown away with this ride. Every time I come off, it takes me like 10-15 minutes just to like think about everything that's happened. And that's the thing with this coaster, it really does feel like it's 3 or 4, maybe even 5 coasters in one because of the length of it. Crazy, like the ride time on here, the amount of distance that you travel, the station is way over there, and you're going all the way onto the top of them mountains. It's just ridiculous, isn't it, the fact this thing was even built. I'll say it again, like we all looked at that animation and we thought, is this actually going to exist? And we all looked at the construction images and thought, it looks amazing, it really does, but until you come here and see it in person, you can't appreciate the scale of it, even on this here now. Like you look at it and think, oh, it looks big, but does it really look bigger than Top Thrill 2 and King Dakar when it was standing? You know, it's one of them because of the perspective of it. It's so wide, you've got to imagine that structure is just so wide across from one side to the other. That's why in a lot of pictures and videos, and even this clip now, it's hard to give it the full justice. Just look at it. Oh, so lucky to have had 8 rides on Falcon's Flight, a new #1 coaster, and we will be back. We will be back to experience it again. It's just been amazing, it really has. Coming out here to Saudi Arabia for the first time, not really knowing what to expect. I just want to say every single person that I've interacted with, both in the park and outside the park, has been fantastic. They've been so friendly, so helpful. It's certainly somewhere that I'd love to come back to again and come and experience this beauty, a new #1 coaster in Saudi Arabia. Like, who'd have thought it in the middle of the desert? Phenomenal. But enough about Falcon's Flight. This video has been all about the other big rides here as well. Of course, Spitfire. Like, what an amazing ride, Spitfire. Dwarfed by Falcons next to it. But you know what? An absolutely epic intimate coaster. Loved that. In a lot of parks, that would be like the best coaster. That would be the standout. But here, you know, you've got so many to pick from. Of course, wasn't a lasting fan of Colossus. The train on there really did let it down for me, but the layout was good fun. I've only done it a couple of times whilst I've been here. But Iron Rattler, oh, that is amazing. It is the best Vekoma coaster we've ever done. Been really thinking about it, and that ride is just great. And it's not even the tilt that makes it, it's everything else. It's all the other elements, the inversions, it just packs a punch. I enjoyed the log flume, I enjoyed the dart rides, especially going through the greenhouse. I thought that was really good. The amount of flat rides they've got here, the wide variety. And just in terms of the overall park, the presentation is really good here. It's like here, like all the landscaping, the lighting, the audio. This park for me feels a lot better than any other park I've done in the Middle East. Obviously done the parks over in Abu Dhabi and Dubai, and the brilliant parks, but for me this feels like more of the complete package. They've got it right here, every little detail. The merchandise is brilliant. I love the citadel in the middle, the undercover area. It'll be needed in summer. You know, if you are coming here, I think it is one of them for the winter. It's a winter park, and you know, especially with back home a lot closed over winter, then yeah, it's a great time to actually come out here when it's cooler temperatures. It's like tonight, I'm just in my jacket and a t-shirt, you know, and I'm comfortable. Like, it's just a nice temperature, about, you know, 14, 15 degrees Celsius. But in the summer, I've been chatting to locals. They said it can get up to like 45 here. How this is going to ride in them temperatures, who knows? But it's got all the air conditioning vents fitted. It's got everything they need, and this park is beautifully designed. It feels very immersive here. Like, it's just an excellent park. Like, we all knew this was going to be good, but we didn't know it was going to be that good. And also we're thinking, what else is the rest of the park going to look like? Is it going to feel, you know, a bit cheap in areas? Is it going to look a bit tacky, some of the theming, you know? But it doesn't. This is a world-class park, one of my favourite parks in the world, right here in Saudi Arabia, and I did not think I'd be saying that. Like, it's brilliant. It really is brilliant. If you're coming out here, have an absolutely fantastic time. All the locals are really friendly. Everyone's been fantastic. And the park have been great. Thanks so much to the park for allowing me to get POVs as well. I really appreciate that. It's just been an amazing trip, and I'm really excited to get back and see Charlotte and George. You know, it's been the first time in 7 months like away from them, like, which has just been, you know, it's been really hard. I can't wait to see them, and I can't wait for us all to come back as a family, and I'm looking forward to taking Charlotte on there. That will be extra special. Thanks for joining us here with the final vlog. Of course, make sure you check out the others if you haven't already. The travel vlog, the Falcons flight first review, the full nighttime walk around, and then of course thanks for joining me for this one. There's some other separate POVs coming up for some of the water rides, dark rides, and so much more, and there's already some separate POVs up from some of these other major rides here at the park. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Sean Sandbrook, this is Theme Park Worldwide, and that leaves me with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. See you in the next video. Oh, Falcons flight.